Welcome to Solbacken, the Sun Hill farm. We've lived here now for close to 3 weeks and we really love it here.
And today we're going to show you around the farm and most importantly the barn where we're going to build round 3. Yeah, now we have a bit of a breeze. Not a lot, but at least we're sailing.
Last week we sailed to a jazz festival and to one of our favorite islands in Sweden, Hana. But before we went on our sailing trip, a lot of things had happened. During July, we continued to look at farms. This one had a good barn for the build, but the rest wasn't that good.
A bit too much work on this house for us, I think. Since we were going to build a boat, we won't have the time to renovate the house as well, I think.
This is another farm we looked at. It was cute, but the barn was a bit too small, and the house was in a pretty bad state. We decided to look at a farm that we had seen online since our search for the farm started. Now we looked a bit closer on the ad, and many things seemed to be right. The big barn was a very nice surprise. The main house wasn't that big, around 90 square meters, but that's well enough for us.
Vill du ha det här som ditt rum? Ja, så har du alla dina leksaker där?
We just bought it. We put an offer and they accepted it. We actually met the owner. He came here to get something from the barn and he was really nice.
Yeah, nice guy.
And the house looks good. I mean, it's a good, how do you say?
It's a solid house,
It's
but
a
there
solid
are some
house.
stuff that needs to be done. But
It's livable.
yeah,
We can live there right now.
and we got it for a reasonable price, I think.
$190,000.
Dollars.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe it! Finally, we found a house, and this is where we're gonna build round 3. Vera wants a cookie. The surroundings are beautiful. You have farmland, but it's very the vegetation is very like this, so it's not completely flat, and you have also forest around. "30 minutes later, we signed the contract. It's a really big day today because we're getting the keys to our farm. Yeah! Johan and I are on our way to the broker's office right now to finish the last stuff and get keys from the seller, and then we're heading out to the farm. You see, we have a full packed car. We're gonna drop off this stuff and then we're heading into Malmö. We're picking up a trailer and then we're gonna go to some stores because we don't have any furnitures and we the basic stuff, you know. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm super excited.
The keys. I'm opening the door to our first home that we own together. Welcome in. So this is where we're gonna live. It needs some a little bit of touch up, as we said with articles. So we're done with IKEA. We bought a bed and yeah, all of the things we need for the kitchen, pillows, you know, all that stuff. Glasses, some stuff for the bathroom. And now we're gonna go to my mom's and pick up all the stuff that I left there before we moved on to Ron 1 in 2015. So it's so long that I don't remember what I have left. Then if we have time, we're gonna go pass by my sister, pick up a few things over there as well. And then lastly, we drive to Johan's parents in Bausebäck, where we're gonna spend the night. That's where Vera is, and tomorrow we're gonna fill the trailer with the rest of the stuff that are there, all of Johan's things, and a sofa that we got from, an old sofa that we got from Johan's parents. And then we go to the farm again, and we will spend our first night there tomorrow. I don't know what happened with we sold all our stuff and we have nothing, and yet we have this much. We filled a trailer on 11 cubic meters and a combi car.
That same day, they started harvesting the wheat on the fields around us. Can you see that something is moving in the crops? It's a white fallow deer. They are quite rare in Sweden, but here in Skåne you can see them every now and then. What a welcome on our first evening on the farm. The next day we started painting in the living room. We cleaned and cleaned, got the firewood delivered, and had friends over for a barbecue.
The electricity situation in Sweden and in Europe, the high prices, has made us to buy a lot of wood for the stove for the coming winter to try to keep the electricity bill down. So we have 15 cubic meters of birch wood here, and I'll try to bring that into the barn.
Snyggt! High five!
Där är en.
Där är en till, det var 2 stycken.
Som man kan göra.
Så, då får ligga. Vi ska... Där är den.
Jag vet inte.
Padda. Vad tycker du vi ska lägga? Så lilla grodpaddorna. De var gulliga. Han ville stanna kvar i hinken. Hej då, nu får ni bo här. Hej då. Bye. Bye. Bye.
The last log. That's a lot of wood.
We have 3 buildings on the farm. So it's our house where we live, and then we have this little building, which is the smallest one. It's a garage and a former outhouse. But we're thinking this will be our future guest house. And then we have the barn behind here, and this small little forest is also part of our lot.
The farm is on 5,500 square meters, and it's an, I think you call it a subdivided farm. So this farm used to own all the fields surrounding here, but now it's subdivided, so now it's only on 5,500 square meters, but that's well enough for our needs. And one of the features I really love here is that we have our own road leading up to the house. So there's no cars driving past. So the barn and the stable, this building is 30 meters long and 10 meters wide. And half of it will be the building ground for Ron Free, and we will have a small workshop in the old cow stable.
In here we have the washing room with a washing machine and the water pump, because we have our own well. And next to the washing room we have the stables. Come in here. So this is the cow stable where the cows used to live when they were inside. So here they would get water and the food would be here. So this area here we're thinking of turning into a small workshop, because we need all the space we can get in the big barn. And in here we have the horse stables. So we have 4 boxes. One is stacked to the top with logs. The rest of the boxes we're gonna keep for like storage, tools for the garden and stuff like that. And these are quite new, these stables, as you can see. And then if we open up here, we have a beautiful view.
You have to kick it.
Out to the east. And on this side we have another door, which the farmers, where they would just throw out the horse and the cow poop. We call it gödselstack in Swedish. And it has another beautiful view to the north, over the fields and the big forest over there. So this is where we've seen so many deers. And yesterday we met the farmer who takes care of these fields around us. and he's gonna help us remove this thing, this big pile. And we have a concrete floor underneath, so we're thinking like in the future make this to a little nice seating area because we have the sunset right here. It's beautiful. You get the sun here in the evening and the view, of course.
So this is where we're going to build a boat. This area is almost 16 meters long, 10 meters wide. And if we need it, we can take up a hole in this wall to make it even longer, up to close to 19 meters, depending on the design we're going to choose for the boat. I really like that the ceiling is a bit lower. They have lowered the ceiling in here to get the light a bit further down. And there's a bit over 4 meters up to the ceiling, so here's plenty of room. So the first things we'll do in here to make it a good workshop is to remove all these old light fixtures in the roof and replace them with plenty more LED lights to make it a really bright and nice environment to work in. We will also paint the floor with epoxy paint to make it easier to keep it clean in here. And of course we need to do a lot of cleaning because all the walls are really covered with spider webs. Another thing we've been thinking about doing is to replace these barn doors with some second-hand windows to let in some more natural light in here, but also so we can enjoy the really great views on the outside here. And you might wonder how this is going to work out in wintertime when it's cold. Because as you can see, this building is not insulated, so it will get cold in here in wintertime. So the first thing we will do is to try to stop the wind from coming in here. You see there are some gaps in the walls here, so we will close them off. And also, when we're doing some sensitive work, like gluing with epoxy, we will have a big propane heater, so we can quickly heat this area up. As for me and Malin working in here, of course there will be days in winter time when it will be cold, and then we just have to use some extra clothing and work fast maybe. But we also have this small shed which is actually insulated and it has heating inside. So we're going to keep epoxy and all heat sensitive stuff in there. Now, one of the most important things when we were looking at different farms was not only the space where we're going to build a boat, but also the surroundings surrounding the barn, and if it was possible to get the boat out of there once it is ready. And as you can see on this barn, there's only these two gates, and they are obviously too small to get the boat out of here. So once the boat is ready, we need to open up a hole over here in this wall. But on this barn that's fairly easy since it's a wooden barn. Some of the farms we did look at had stone walls, and that would have been a lot more work doing it on a barn like that. Also outside of the barn there's plenty of space that we can make hard, so we can roll the boat out, get the crane coming up to the house, lift the boat up, turn the hull around and get it in here again. And also, of course, when the boat is ready, we can get it out and get the crane to come here and put it on a trailer to take it to the sea. So there's lots of those small things to consider as well. It's not only the inside here. So you need to see that the road can take a big truck and a crane. So it wasn't easy to find a farm that ticked all the boxes, but I think we were really lucky to find this place so quickly, and also for the price we got it for. And Malin had to go and pick up Vera. She has her first day at kindergarten today, so a really big day for her. But I have one more thing that I want to show you guys, the hayloft up here, because the stable roof is in concrete. So we have another 150 square meters of floor space on the loft up there. have plenty of extra space up here, and as you can see there is still some hay lying around. I'm going to see if we can find a farm around here who has horses. Maybe they want to have it for the stables. So this part is on top of the cow stable and the horse stable over there, and this is on top of the barn. And of course originally this wasn't here and was open all the way up to the roof, but I actually think this is quite nice. It will be easier to heat the area up, and also the light fixtures comes further down, so you will get, it will be a better work environment, I think.
It was the first time that she was alone at preschool, and it went great. She didn't want to go home. Hope you liked our little round tour of the farm and the way leading up to us getting this farm. And next week will be all about the new boat. The design we're thinking of, it's not ready. Material, type of boat, and all of that. So if you have any questions, you can write them down in the comment section and we'll try to answer a couple of them. So stay tuned and we see you next week.